Wish them the best. But my next guest up, we're going to liven up the party here. You see them on Fox 5 City Rants. It's my honor to have her on the show. Let's give a late night welcome. Make some noise for Joann from Bensonhurst. What's going on, baby?
I want to sit on your chair.
What's going on?
Good to meet you.
How you doing? Go have a seat over there and clip yourself
Ooh,
before you get clipped.
I usually get clipped. I don't clip myself. Where do you want me to stick this? Don't
Anywhere you...
How's that?
And, pull it up a little more.
Pull it higher?
Yeah. Pull it nice.
How
There you
does
go.
that feel?
Good. Very, very good.
Okay.
Let's liven up this party here.
All right.
Yeah. Can I tell how I met Joann?
Sure, go ahead.
Joann, being a journalist, my dad watches Channel 5 News all the time, 10 p.m. news. And for months, he would say, you have to watch the news. You have to see Joann from Bensonhurst. Now, I already told everybody in the beginning, I don't watch the news. So finally, months later, I did. I got her on the horn. I met her. I did an interview.
Well, you know what's funny, too?
What?
I don't watch the news. I don't like the news just because there's too much nonsense going on, unless I have to. My girlfriend, my fiance watches the news. And I go, you know this girl, this lady Joann from Bensonhurst, and she knew exactly who you were. I go, what do you think? Get her on the show? She's like, yeah, if you could get her on the show, let's get her on the show. So then I reached out, and a couple of my friends, people in the audience here know who you are. So.
And then I knew who you were when we got our first phone call. I said, do you have an uncle named Al?
Oh, Al Potenza. You know my uncle Al Potenza.
My father and his uncle worked at the Museum of Natural History. They were two old fossils. My father and they used to trade things. My father would bring him food and coffee, and your uncle would let my father park there for nothing.
Oh, yeah, that's how it was.
Yeah.
Or things were from the back
One
of the
hand
trunk.
washed the other.
So now listen, Joann, I want to know, people who don't know you and myself, give me a little family background, and how did you wind up in Bensonhurst?
How did I wind up in Bensonhurst? It's all his fault. I met him. He took me from a beautiful ocean view house in Long Beach, and he took me to Bensonhurst, and I would never go back to Long Beach.
Where, Long Beach, Long Island?
Right.
Oh, forget about it.
It's beautiful.
No, it's very beautiful, but there's a lot of snobby people up
Oh, forget it. They're not my kind of people.
No.
I go visit my mother. She tells me, move your car. You move your car. Move your car again. Why? You're not allowed to park in front of anybody's house. I said, where I live, 14 blocks, you got to walk to park your car. Be happy that, you know, they park on the... Oh.
I believe in that rule.
I park by the golf course. I live 20 miles away, and I walk.
My mother gets mad when she comes in from Florida for the summertime, and if someone's in front of my house, I get like a tree branch or a garbage lid. I put it on their windshield or
Oh, I did
whatever.
that with dog.
Mother goes nuts.
So I had a tenant. He used to make the dog on the stoop. But what do you got to do that for? So one day I got so disgusted, I took the and I put it in his windshield. So when he put the heat on,
No way.
that's Bensonhurst.
That's the best.
Nice air freshener.
Yes, he got it.
I'm originally from Brooklyn. I don't know what you call 72nd, 18th Avenue. Is that Bensonhurst?
That's Bensonhurst.
Okay,
You were my neighbor.
That's where I was born.
Wow. You lived around the corner from my husband.
Yeah, 72nd, 18th Avenue. And then Midwood, I grew up where Stephen grew up. I was on the east side, he was on the west side.
Wow. Look at that. Now you're in Staten Island.
Yeah. Now listen, my question is,
Uh-oh.
and everybody's question, how did you get on the Fox News for City Rants?
I was with my husband. It was a Friday afternoon. I get a call from my mother. You got to call Ray Parisi. He's the executive producer for Fox 5. He wants to talk to you. So he happened to be at a party that I was at. And he got my mother's number, and my mother called me. I called him. He said, could you do me a favor? I said, sure, I'll do you a favor. All right, we're going to come to your house Monday. We're going to film something. I said, what are you going to film? We'll talk to you when we get there. So I had no idea what was up their sleeve. So he told me, throw the F-bomb. You could say whatever you want. I cursed through the whole thing. As he's leaving, I'm saying, this is probably a porn channel. Where are you going to put these curses all? He tells me I'm going to put it on Fox 5 News. I said, what is it, silent now? You're going to bleep every word I said, because every word of the word was this, that, and I was cursing about my kids. He said it was a one-time thing. I wound up doing it for 2 years.
Nice.
So 6 months into it, I said, do you get paid? He said, yeah. I said, how about me? Oh, you know, we have better things in mind for you. What? Does your boss get paid? Yeah, she gets paid. We're going to take you to lunch. They take me to lunch. I says to her, you get paid, right, for what you do? She said, yeah, how about me? No, you have to join the union. I said, no problem. Well, that costs a lot of money. How much? She tells me I joined. They retroactively paid me and kept me on for 2 years.
Great. Good.
And now they dump me to the internet. Because now you can ask the same question and get somebody to answer you for free.
Some world
But I
we live in.
appreciate everything they did for me.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well, that's good.
It was nice. Well, it lasted.
So I don't know, have you ever, you guys have the audience, have you ever actually seen Joann from Bensonhurst? They would drop her on the city subway and she would rant about the rats. She would be out somewhere about remember the fireboxes?
The firebox.
The fireboxes, or she would always blow apart Mike Bloomberg. So due to that, I know you got a lot of complaints from people, or comments, negative comments.
Oh, the people that liked him, that were
Exactly.
probably on his payroll.
How did you deal with all the
Who
comments?
cares what they think? This is how I feel. I can't stand the guy. He looked like he swallowed a brick. It was like he couldn't breathe or couldn't move, couldn't smile. I don't care what they think.
I wasn't a fan of Mike Bloomberg.
I think my husband took it worse than me, the negative comments that I got. He'd get on there on Monday morning and start flipping out. Look, they wrote this, they wrote that. What do I care? Did they get paid? I got paid for saying what I feel. I don't like him. He left us for dead in that blizzard. That was my first rant.
That's crazy.
They had me standing on a pile of snow higher than your desk.
That's what I was going to ask you. How's your husband handle your fame after that as well?
Well, he don't like it when you go out to dinner and 9 people are talking to you,
Yeah.
and guys invite you to their table, and I leave him for dead.
Yeah, no, I
Well,
know.
then you go shopping in a supermarket, and people are following you with their wagons. He goes, I can't deal with this shit. I'll meet you in the car.
No, I hear you.
Now, I loved on your Joann from Bensonhurst when you sat with your leopard print iPad and the people would ask you questions and you would answer them. Are you still doing that, or?
No, we did about 20 of those episodes. That's different than City Rants.
Yes, it's completely different.
And they proposed another offer of more money because all they were supposed to do was take me sitting. But he took me in the street, he took me here, took me there. They didn't want to pay, and he told them, up your ass.
Right.
So that was the end of City. Joann from Bensonhurst got it in our because I didn't get paid no more.
Now, what about your podcast?
Those, the podcast?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to him.
Oh, not,
They got busy with other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Bigger
all right.
and better stuff.
Yeah, well, what are you doing?
He
What's
said this,
coming up?
and I also got an offer. Somebody from Endemol, they put on Jerseylicious.
Okay.
I didn't know who she was. I ignored her. She's telling me she wants this, that. So I told my producer, who's this Endemol? He goes, what, are you kidding? So he started talking with it. 2 years, finally we signed a contract. A month before we would start to film, she said, you're not going to fit. I said, where are you going to stick me? I'm not going to fit. It was supposed to be, we were supposed to do a thing, a reality show with this girl, Linda Lingerie. She has a place in Staten Island. Nobody knows her. So I guess I didn't fit with her, and they canned the show. But that happens. I wasn't disappointed. That's part of this.
Hey, listen, that's show business for
Right.
you. I mean, I'm sure you came across a lot of characters doing this. Tell me some more funny stories that you could share with us.
Like what we did with City Rants.
Whatever you want, yeah.
Well, there was a lady on the subway. A rat, I don't know how big your pants have to be, but a rat crawled up her pants. When it got to her, she finally felt it.
Ew.
But don't you feel it crawling up your leg? So we did a thing about her. Another guy was sleeping on the train and a rat started chewing on his head.
Get out of
You don't feel
here.
this thing, these people? I don't know. What, you have chicken bones over here? I don't know. That was one of them.
There must have been an Oxycontin or something.
My God, she got alive when she felt this wake up.
That's crazy. Give us another one.
Let me think. You're making me pull these out of my head. It's been
Pull
a
out of your
year since
pants.
we do. Let me see. Do I have any rats up there? There's one in the audience. We did. Well, he would bring me on, and I talk to people. I'm supposed to be focused on the camera, but, we interviewed people on the street. We did about, what do we, huh?
Spanx.
Oh, Spanx. He tells me, we're going to do a thing. Do you wear Spanx? I says, no, because they're very uncomfortable. He goes, so I have them. In case I am bloated, I'll wear them. So he says, you're going to put them on. I said, wait a minute. I got to get naked now for the news. He said, no, put them on over your clothes. So he's got me pulling on the Spanx. Did you ever put sausage meat and casing. That's what it feels like, especially over your clothes. So we did that. It was like a lot of risque things. You can picture Walter Cronkite putting on Spanx 50 years ago. The guy had such a serious, they probably made him suck lemons before the news. Now they do everything. They dance on desks, they talk to the audience, they have people at the studio. It's more enjoyable to watch the news when you can make a fool of yourself.
Yes.
Like they
big
made
time.
me do. No.
Now listen, that's almost your time. I want to say, before we let you go, I want to thank you for coming on the show anyway, because I know the people from here reached out to you, and you said, I'm not going to do anyone else's show but Johnny P show.
Absolutely. That other guy you're talking about, I told him I'll wait if it's 50 years to be on Johnny P's show. I'll go there with crutches before I go on your show. And you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's a lot of cannolis around
There's a
here.
lot of pigs out there.
Now listen, what's the plans for you in the future? Anything?
You got something for me?
Yeah, listen, what do you think about bringing Joann as a sidekick every now and then to play that show? I think it'll be good because then she could bust all the chops to the people that I want to break them
It'll
on.
either be good or Johnny P will never be the same again.
No, I don't think so. I think it'll be good. It's like my sister I never had, probably.
Aww.
Yeah. Now, Joann, where can people find you?
You could go to my page, Joann from Bensonhurst, and like the page on the top. People go there, they don't click the like. I don't know what's up with that. Or you could go to my website. You could see all the old City Rants, all my Joann from Bensonhurst episodes, www.joannfrombensonhurst.com.
Great.
That's where you go.
All right. All right, well, listen, have a seat. We're going to bring up our musical act tonight.
Okay.
And thank you for coming.
I really-
Joann from Bensonhurst, everybody. All right. Joann from Bensonhurst. What a class act.